What is up and welcome back. So, we've been on this self-taught beauty. Sorry, I got you pulled up. We're going to do a little react to her video. Hi, yi. So, I was reading the comments. Sorry, I got some notes down here if you see me looking. So, I was reading the comments, and it seems, like I said, the good old dry erase board, everybody is back to normal. And I'm not saying that Mandy doesn't deserve support. That's not what I'm saying. As you guys, if you go back and watch the video, the last one, I think it was the last one of my story, there were, let's just say, rumors, because nobody can quite, 100% tell, but rumors of substance abuse. Substance abuse and the alleged, this is all allegedly, these are just nobody, but let's just, this my fact, or excuse me, this is just my opinion, these are not facts. Allegedly, she was dealing with substance abuse for 13 years. I've told you my story, go back to that video. It hasn't even been 30 days. If there was substance abuse, whatever substance, it could be whatever, it takes 30 days to get something out of your system. Second off, if you've been, and like I said, I've been through this, if you've been doing something, no matter what it is, here and there for 13 years, it takes a while to get back in the swing of things, get your mind right, get your body right. Everything you know, the body is a piece, like pieces to a puzzle. Your mind and body and health, sorry, I hope you guys got me, but your mind and health all connects together like a big puzzle. I feel like everybody, and I'm not, again, saying she doesn't deserve support, but okay, so we're going to get into her new video. She doesn't talk of, and this is why it's going to come into play, she doesn't talk of having a job, doesn't talk of the boys getting a car or anything. So let's get into, how is she going to pay this rent? And I'm not, everybody deserves a place, but it's like she's going to be back to ground zero. YouTube isn't promised for anybody. You've seen her AdSense got froze for a while. So what is she going to be relying on? Back to her subscribers. What if you make just enough to pay the rent, but you don't make enough to pay the electric, gas, water, etc.? I don't know where she's, but I have to pay utilities, and my utilities are electric separate, and then gas and water are another entity. So it's like YouTube, I don't even make sometimes enough to pay the internet on here. So it's like, how are you going to hold down an internet or your phone bill, however you do your vids, gas, electric, water, etc., rent? It's like we're going to be back to square one. So then she shows the place is out in the middle of nowhere. And it's like, how are you going to get around to function, to not be back to square one, to not be scrambling for the rent money? But you'll see in this video, she shows on the way, and this place looks literally, I thought I lived in the country. This place looks like it is in the middle of nowhere. Nothing for her even to walk to grocery-wise. It just seems like, I don't know. And then it's like, okay, now, Alex was such a bad person, not so evil stepmother, and everybody else that tried to help. It's like, now you're finally, cutting a rug, getting stuff done. But everybody was such bad people, but you'd been going through this for months and months and months. But now that you got the paperwork that Alex helped you get, or at least the funds to, or your subscribers, things are, everybody's told you to go to community action. But let's get into the video and it'll make more sense. Okay, I do have it sped up. That way, it's this video in 1,000,000 hours long. Because, I didn't want to leave you guys hanging, but I was like, if I'm going to watch this, I'm going to watch this with them. I did kind of skim through it, like I said, but, hold on, I'm making sure. Yeah, it's like the comments. And again, I don't want to keep saying the same thing over. I'm not saying she doesn't deserve support, but it's like everybody just dry erased whatever was going on, or, she's got everything back to normal. All her people were like, oh, these people were such liars. Oh, shame on them. Okay, maybe things did get a bit out of hand. I will say that. But if there is substance abuse and that's where money is going. All right, let's get into this. If you're new, I apologize about the tablet. A, I'm working on things. I need to get better equipment. B, I just had a death in my family, so I'm super behind on all my videos. My name is Kaya. If you're new, welcome. We do a little bit of everything. Teen, news, reacts, hauls, makeup, dog stuff, hence the word Kaya Simon's Life. So let's go ahead and get to this. I don't know. It seems just like she wants everybody to forget, and well, you'll see here.
Everybody's doing well. What a year 2021 has been already. So I wanted to do a small update. I've had a bunch of people reach out, so I wanted to give y'all a small update. I'm back at the shed today.
I hope you guys can hear her volume's super low.
I'm exhausted. I have looked at place after place after place after place after place. Finally found one. I never thought it would be this hard to find a place. Now, this place is not around here. It's about 3 miles out of
So this shows, she said, I never thought it would be this hard to find a place. So that just shows to me almost that she hasn't been looking for a place. She hasn't been trying to do things. And the help and resources that people did give her or tell her to go do actually are starting to pan out. And but, you know, everybody was bad news. Alex, come on now.
Middle of nowhere. If I'm here, or if I'm at my friends, I feel like I've been so depressed because of all this stuff going on, especially with Alex, and just a lot of hate. I mean, there was stuff put online. I never intended for it to be online. Never did want it to be online, but it reached there, and I hope I was very clear in that video, and everybody understands where I'm coming from. There's a lot of stuff that is still private. I want to spread a little bit of positivity. I can't wait to get in a place. Guys, you have no idea. I literally sit here and dream about how it's going to feel again to be in a place where I don't have to charge a battery to turn a light on, or not being able to do my makeup, period. Or if I'm being lazy and I don't charge up my lights, then there's no lights, period. Being in the dark all the time, having no windows. It's seriously been it's been very stressful. I've had a lot of people that has turned their backs on me from Alex's video, and I understand. I'm just grateful to.
It couldn't be because, I mean, it could be some people, but maybe maybe things coming out, people are like, shit's not adding up here. Things aren't adding up. And it just so happened to be that Alex's video brought that out. But it's not Alex's fault if all this is going on. It's not Alex's fault if there is substance abuse per se. And has been, if there has been, I'm just saying here, if there's been substance abuse for 13 years, how is all this Alex's fault? Unfortunately, she busted the bubble for some people that the jig was up if, again, this is what's going on, but let's keep going.
I've gotten to share a little piece of my life for whatever amount of time it was. I have been praying to be in a place before my birthday, which is April 20th. Everybody probably already knows that. I can't tell you if it's going to happen. I'm still keeping my fingers crossed. I'm praying every night. I still got my prayer journal. I pray for everybody that I write down in that journal. But I did want to touch base with you guys. I wanted to thank a couple of people because after the videos come out, they did reach out to me and show me support and love. Rachel, happy birthday, girl. I know your birthday's already over. Her birthday was April 10th, but she remembered my birthday, and she reached out to me. I'm just so grateful for people like that actually remember. And sometimes I'm thinking, I'm like, oh my God, how did somebody actually remember? You know, she really gave me some words of wisdom. I was actually feeling really down yesterday, and I went through emails just to get some inspiration and feel a little bit more positive. Along with Amy. Amy, honey, you are super amazing. I can't thank you enough. And I also want to thank Jackie. Jackie has been there from the beginning of this whole drama mess, and she's always had my back. And Jackie, girl, if you're watching, Birdie, honey, I love you. You are the best. I'm so inspired by Jackie that she is just such an incredible person, and I've got to know her, and we've got similar past. Our current situation is different. She's got a super amazing job. She's got a super amazing life, and it's just so inspirational hearing somebody that had.
She's got a job and a super amazing life. That's one of the keys to success that she's not getting here. You too can have a super amazing life. You too can have a super amazing job. But setting back, not doing nothing, isn't going to make that happen. I feel like she's just waiting for things to fall on her lap. And everything was falling on her lap, literally, between Alex and the help in the community. And I still stand by every single thing I said. I still do.
Same past that I had.
Something ain't adding up.
And I just go back back and I go through her emails, and she just says some of the most amazing stuff. So Jackie, honey, thank you so much. She's just a super amazing friend, and I wish she stayed right here near me, because she'd be my best friend, hands down. Which I already consider her my best friend, because I'm not that type of person that gets out and talk to anybody. So she's one of the people, like, if I'm having a bad day, I'm like, oh, I'm going to text her. I don't know whether I'm about to her or not, but I'm going to text her anyways. So Jackie, thank you, honey. You are amazing. I looked at a trailer. It's been about a week and a half, but this is the place I'm talking about. It is about 3 miles out of Portsmouth. I'm not going to say what road or anything it's on, but it's back in the middle of nowhere. It's absolutely perfect. Now, it's a little bit older trailer, and it does need some work done to it. So I went to Community Action, and they have this new program where they'll pay the security deposit and first month's rent. Guys, this guy only wants $350 a month for this trailer, and this is security.
Everyone's been telling her to go to Community Action. Excuse me. It's like, now that everybody kind of lined these things up and told her, oh, now she's doing it by herself. Why weren't you doing all this before? Okay, so if you get first month's and deposit, excuse me, how are you going to get, just say there's a program to help get the lights on. Before you know it, a month goes quick. Your electric's going to be due, your next month's rent, and the boys are adults now. The boys are adults, so what'd you guys say, 18 and 20? So it's like, unless they all piece together and pay this, and we're just going to say in the YouTube streets that one of the boys might have a baby on the way, he's not going to want to stay with his mom and brother. He's going to want to go be with his new family. Something still is not. Why is she just still, again, we've got homelessness, hashtag eviction, hashtag pandemic. I get this is all, but she didn't just get evicted yesterday. She didn't just get evicted last month. I just feel like it's like she's going to want her subscribers, like they was before, basically taking care of her. YouTube is not, unless you are a high-ranking YouTuber banking in, you got a nest egg saved, or you're banking on merch, or you've got a part-time job or a full-time job into YouTube. It's not something to rely on unless you're a high, and who knows, even if you're a high, big-time channel, what if, hey, YouTube's over, it's canceled. Nobody knows that YouTube's forever, or any social media. Look, when MySpace and things came, like, there's always something bigger, badder, and better. You can't rely on this to pay the bills. You just can't.
So I had this paper to have him fill out, and I took it back into Community Action. Lo and behold, they said it would take 2 to 3 weeks for them to mail him a check. I didn't know this. I thought that they go ahead and have him pick it up.
2 to 3 weeks to mail him a check. Like, that's how it goes. Usually, I've seen some places that people have gotten help, it's taken a full month. They have to make sure this is legit. They have to talk to this landlord, make sure the place is legit. Some counties or states even want to check out and make sure the environment is safe. I just feel like it's like you have to be realistic. And I know she's going through a hard time. But how, if this place is in the middle of nowhere, how are you going to be self-sufficient? How? You're going to be relying on your subscribers.
And just mailed it out to me. So I ended up having to go meet with the guy again. I explained this to him because he seems like one of those guys that's kind of impatient. And I was just heartbroken after I found this out. And he looked at me and he said, well, ma'am, he said, 2 to 3 weeks is kind of a long wait. And, if somebody does happen to come by and has the money to rent this place, I'm going to have to go ahead and go with them. And I understand that. I completely understand that. I'm keeping my fingers crossed. If you guys would say some prayers for me, I'm keeping my fingers crossed, guys, because this place is absolutely perfect. And it's right there in my price range. I've looked at so many places, but this one's me. This one's me. And I'm hopefully, I do end up getting this place, and we'll be filming with lights on in a new room, and and I can finally move forward. It's been so stressful, and I've looked at place after place. Either something's promised out, or something is just not what it is, or they're wanting too much. I can't afford. I don't know if I'm the only one that does this, but have you ever sat and remembered that feeling of being a kid where you had no worries and you go outside and play? You didn't.
So this part's interesting. It's almost like she said, have you ever remembered being a kid, like going out to play, basically like having no worries, like Santa's real. I'm about to finish playing it, but so I don't have to stop it. It's almost like she's trying to, I don't know. I just get like when she said this, I get like weird. It's like she's trying to like put your vibes, put your mind space, and I hope I'm having a hard time explaining what I want to say and what I'm gathering from this, but it's almost like I really just, I don't know about sad fishing. I don't know if that's how you would say this, but I don't know. I just get like she's trying to like take you to a certain place. Nobody, it's time, you got to get it together. And I'm not saying that to be mean, but continuing to come in here and playing the victim, just like some of the past, videos I've watched of hers. Oh, it's he wouldn't take the rent from me back when she got I said it was $800. If you are working, doing what you're supposed to, and the boys, quote unquote, you guys are working, doing odd jobs back then, as she proclaimed. If you got 3 people and add to it, $800 is not a lot to dig out of. I just again feel if I had all this going on and my subscribers, I was in this predicament and they said, take the hair test, I would almost, not even just to be like, here you go. Here you go. Here's the answer. She's like, I'm not and I get one part of me, I see her, but I guess I'm more like, would be like, I want to prove myself. I want to show you guys. Here, eat this. Here's the paper when it comes clean. Suck on that. You know what I mean? But I stick to, there's something more going on to this. Or she just simply wants these people to take care of her. A, B, or C. There's a couple different options here that this, I feel. But, Mandy, everybody has to bust their toe. The boys are grown. They need work ethic. They need social work ethic skills. Or it's just, history is going to keep showing again and again and again. You would think you would want to set a good example for your son that has a kid on the way. And I hate to say this, but I'm being 100% real when I say this. He's got to learn how to now take care of his family.
Care about who was looking at you when you were playing. Santa was still real. I often go back to those times and wish I could feel like a kid again. And I don't know if I'm the only one that does that, but man, to have that feeling as an adult, could you imagine how much easier the world would be? So anyways, I wanted to give you guys this super quick update. Again, keep your fingers crossed for me. Say a little prayer for us. This has been the most exhausting time of my life to try to get through this. Finally, hopefully, we'll be in this spot. It'll be ours, and we get to move forward and get on with our lives and do it in a positive way. I'm ready to do some makeup so bad. I got all my makeup is already in a box, ready to go. I'm just ready. I'm so ready. So ready to wake up that first morning and just do my makeup and sit there and calm down and just know everything's going to be okay. And again, for those of you that have reached out to me, you're amazing.
I'm going to sit there it's going to be beautiful and a feeling to have being in a place, but it doesn't mean because you got the place that, sorry, it takes my eyes a minute. It doesn't mean because you got the place that the worries are over. I trip out. Okay, this is due. That you guys, I write down little fragments. Sorry, I've got things wrote down here, video ideas and stuff. But, okay, let's see here. There. My neighbor called earlier about something for her grandson. I needed to call her. I needed to make it my doctor's appointment that I had to see. Call my landlord. Something's broken in my house. There's always something popping. There's always something. It doesn't stop. Unfortunately, once you get the spot, okay, rent's due, electric's due, utilities, however it goes down, whatever the trail, but it doesn't stop. Food, groceries. She's gonna need furniture, blankets, shampoo, condition. And that's where I feel like she's sorry, my dogs are snoring so loud. I feel like that she's gonna, well, guys, now I got this spot. And then again, is it gonna be, if there is abuse, substance abuse, when now she's good, dude, people are gonna send her stuff left and right. Left and right. Oh, I need blankets. I need curtains. I need da 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 da. But again, if allegedly, what we heard allegedly is true, they said that get rid of everything. Alright, I don't want to keep saying the same things, but I just feel like there's something, either A, there's still substance abuse, or B, she just simply doesn't want to work and take care of herself. My dog's like in the background. I know you can probably hear. Alright, leave me a thumbs up. Do we want to keep an eye on this? Do we not? Are you guys over it? Are you still like me? I'm still like... Sorry, guys. I just got out the shower, so I'm rocking like a weird... I need a haircut bad, man. This stuff is heavy, but I just got out the shower and I just bunned it up. I know it's late, but okay, guys, like I said, are we still into the story? Are we still invested? Are we kind of fizzling out? It is fizzling out a little bit, but I'm still interested to see how this plays out. And it's like she's really got a lot of these people just hook, line, and sinker rolled back in. Let me know, honestly, what you think in the comments. Do you feel that way? Do you feel like it was all a big... I honestly want to know what you guys think of this. I'm like, what does everybody else think out here? You know, I'm always like, what's going on? Anybody, excuse me, else thought anything yet or said anything? Alright, guys, my name is Kaya. Thank you so much for joining me. Have a great day, great night, depending when you watch this, and Kaya is out.